my name is Doris and I am Little Bird Products. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. Please take a minute and subscribe if you would. That helps me keep making more videos. Thank you, and I appreciate each and every one of you so much, and I love all of your comments. I wanted to catch up with you a little bit today before I finish loading the van and getting ready for my show next weekend. Of the things that I plan to do for this week, I think I've gotten just about everything finished, or I will be finished by the end of the day today. I'm down to finishing up about a dozen book pocket pillows. I did make the hanky shrug, and if you subscribe to my channel and my store, you'll know what I was planning on doing for that, and it turned out really nice. I really like it, and I will be making more like that in the future. It's just that they're kind of design intense, so that'll have to wait for a few more weeks until my shows are over. I also made the Kantha quilt hoodie jacket, and I really like how that turned out. It's a little lighter weight than my other coat that I made out of the quilt. I was going to make it reversible, and then I decided not to because I like the darker side of it, and I decided to make it a little simpler so that I didn't have to finish off all of the inside seams because I like the way it looks and I like the way it fits now. And I'll show you here what that looks like, and I'll put a video at the end of me wearing it. And I'll also show you a little video of the vintage hanky shrug that I made. And I'll show you a few pictures of my book pocket pillows. I've gotten 6 or 7 of them made already. I don't have pictures taken of them yet with the pillow forms inside them, because that takes me a little time to put the pillow forms in, take the pictures from the different angles, take the pillow forms back out, because I try not to store them that way with the forms in them. But maybe I will, now, because my show's coming up. I just would have to put the forms back in it because I sell them with the forms in it at the shows. And when I sell them on Etsy, I sell them for the same price, but I do not put the pillow forms in it because it makes them much more expensive to ship that way. I do tell people where they can buy their pillow forms, and that way they'll know ahead of time and they can have their pillow form ready for it. So I think that's everything I wanted to say for that. The book pocket pillows that I have yet to make, I have about a half a dozen of them that are my imaginary friend. They have a black pocket and they're made with glow-in-the-dark thread, which is really super. The kids just love them, and that's one of my favorite images. So I make some that are a little girl and some that are a little boy, and I'll show you a picture of those here too. I also have ballerinas to make, mermaids, and a couple of more dinosaurs. I try to have a sampling of everything when I go to the shows, and then once I have those 20 or 30 made, then I replenish them as they sell out, so that I always have a few of everything when you come to the shows. And I think I had something else I wanted to share. Oh, the hooded Kantha. I really love the pockets on them. I made the pockets kind of gathered at the top a little bit and then rounded, and I put black bias binding around it, and I put that around the neck because you can see the neck when the hood is down. So I did that, and I do like the way that turns out, and I do have some more Kantha fabric, so I will be making maybe a couple more hoodies in a few weeks, and I'll be making more of the vintage hanky shrugs as well as some Kantha shrugs. And I make the Kantha shrugs reversible because it's easier to finish the inside seams the way that French fold shrug pattern is made. And it turned out to be kind of labor intense with the hankies because of the way I lay them out. But I think, I am gonna try the tea-dyed vintage hanky shrug, but not for a couple weeks yet, because like I said, I've got a pretty long show coming up. It's my best show of the season, I'm hoping, and It is a 3.5-hour drive, so that takes a while. The other thing that I will be doing, and if you want to know more about how I do this, I'd be happy to do a little tutorial on it later on. But what I do when I make my book pocket pillows, because I make so many of them, I use this zippers by the yard, and I'm in the process right now of cutting these off. I cut them to 13 inches, and that's what goes inside my 17, well, it's really 16 inches once it's finished, my book pocket pillows. And these are a little more economical for me to do that way, but you do have to know how to unzip them, and you know how to cut the length, and how to sew them before you cut the length so that they don't unzip and come undone. So there is a little bit of a technique to this. Not a lot. It doesn't take a lot. It's just one of those little boring time jobs that you need to get done. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rolls. I have a blue, a lime green, a light pink, dark pink, and orange set of zippers. So I need to get those done too. I might do those. I think it might be safe to do those in the evening. Try not to do anything after 5 o'clock, because you know that's when Jack comes out. Jack the seam ripper has to help me with all my mistakes that I make in the evening. So I'm excited about getting my book pocket pillows finished. Then I can sleep easy at night and get ready for the show. Anyway, let me know if there's something that you have a burning desire for me to show you or go over with you. And if not, I will say so long until after my show next week. Bye.